Welcome to the video. Just quick announcement on durianrider.com. I have just updated my best-selling cycling ebook called Durianrider's Lean Body Bible. It's primarily weight loss, but it's got a stack of cycling tips in there. It's got all the latest, best product that I've ever used in the Bike Buyer's Guide, which I constantly update. And today, November 7th, 2020, I've updated that. It constantly gets updated. So if you're watching this video in 2 or 4 years' time, I've updated it since then. And anyone who purchases it gets a free update via email notification. I had this book out since 2014, constantly updating it. And if you haven't got the latest update for whatever reason, maybe you bought it off the old app, then just email me with a screenshot of your original receipt, and I'll send you a free update at durianriders@gmail.com. All right, just send me that. And in the title, put DLBB update, please, so that I know what it's talking about. I can keep a lookout for it. My inbox gets smashed, but if you have that notification in there in the subject, I can see it. It is the best cycling book ever. Nothing comes close. The power of the ebook is you can update stuff. With a printed book, you can print it and then let's change that. It's like, with email updates, bang, it is the technology. So no one's done an ebook. So no one's done a cycling book, full stop. That I'm aware of, and I've read, God knows how many hundreds of cycling books the last 25 years. No one's done a book with the training, the nutrition, the psychology, the tech tips, the safety tips that, who wants to be in hospital? Who wants to lose a limb? Who wants to have concussion? Who wants to crash when they can avoid that? I'll give the very best safety tips that are so overlooked. Why learn the hard way, man? Talking to a friend today in Manchester, UK, on a video chat. She's in hospital. She had a crash, concussion, black eye. You probably see it on YouTube when she does a video about it. But it's like an easily avoidable crash. Not her fault so much, but Anyway, she'll talk about it. If she wants to. I won't drop the name, but big YouTuber, doing really well. But an avoidable accident. So I wrote even a special little chapter in my book today, inspired by that, just to drive it home even more. I've got heaps of safety tips in the book already, but I want to drive it home with the basic ones. I see experienced riders. This person who crashed today is an experienced rider. Does epic Ks, but just a simple mistake, boom, bleed on the brain, concussion. So no joke there. And best recovery there for her. But no one, the people don't talk about this in the ebook. You had a book on power training. It's just this. There's no talking about your nutrition, proper nutrition, like proper performance nutrition. Without any regard to the status quo social narrative, like telling you the truth, which sounds, you're going to be crazy, mate, you're going to be excited there. The truth, man. So many people bullshit you, or they tell you half the truth, or they just tell you whatever they think is trending in that moment, and that is wrong. For me, it's wrong. I like to sleep at night. I'm going to tell people exactly what they need to hear, whether they want to hear it or not. I don't care if you want to hear it. I'm going to tell you because I would want you to tell me. If I'm about to step in dog shit, I want you to say, hey, dude, you're about to step in some dog shit. Oh, I couldn't see. I was carrying something. Thank you very much. I don't care if people get offended or whatever. I talk to people every single day. Some people just walk off like, whatever. I've dropped the seed. They'll never, ever, ever forget the conversation. And that's the goal. I'm not here to make friends or schmooze. I'm here to truth bomb so people get to live their best life experience. And I get hate for it. Couldn't care. Flute and hulipla. Here to help. That's what drives me. That's what makes me feel good. And go to durianrider.com, get the ebook. It's hundreds of tips in there. Guaranteed going to save you thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I wish I had this. I've spent over... would have been close. I've probably spent over $200,000 of bike stuff for the last 20-something years. Easy. Actually, probably been close to 30 years, 94. Just insane amount of money on bike stuff. And I'm glad I have. I don't have kids, I don't have debt. Money's no biggie. But if I was on a budget, imagine today. I feel for these people who buy these bikes, like a $5,000 disc brake bike or whatever, and they could have got a better bike for $1,000. In the ebook, I tell you which is the best bike to get. Constantly updated as well. Anyway, let's get into the tips. Wow. This is really incredible. This is an eye mask. This one's made by Mindfold. You can use a t-shirt. You can use a tea towel, whatever. You can use your arm. But an eye mask, man. My friend Mike Arnstein gave me one of these in 2012, I think it was. And I was like, oh, cool, thanks, Mike. He said, man, dude, you got to try it out. I'm like, okay. And, I respect what Mike's got to say, so I thought, I'll try it out, man. I'll try it out. I hate eye masks, but I thought I'll try this out because Mike said I should, and we'll give it a go. What can go wrong? And I wore this eye mask one night. Next day, I was like, man, that was pretty good, but I'll do it tonight just to double check that wasn't and then, man, ever since, every girl that stays at my house gets one of these eye masks. It's hilarious. So if you see your girlfriend with one of these eye masks, go, where'd you get that from? That's gotten me in trouble. Anyway, next one is chain lube. There's a wax I use as well called Badger Wax. Badger Wax, probably the best wax out there if you want to cook up some stuff. If you don't want to do any cooking, you just want something to go travel and just something super, super simple. You have Absolute Black stuff as well. But again, very exy, very good, but exy. But this is for the masses. The Squirt Chain Lube, fantastic. Been using this for 7-8 years or wherever. Squirt Lube, definitely rate that. It's a dry lube. Clean your chain, cassette and chain rings, and then use this stuff the night before. Bon appetit. Another one that's going to change the game is a seat post. This is made by Thompson, and it's a 27.2 round post, so it fits frames that have a 27.2, which a lot of the new frames don't. You get a new Canon, like I've got this S-Works tarmac over here, the world's most famous S-Works on YouTube, literally. And Tasha's like, can we move the seat forward? I'm like, sorry, sweetie, we have to just go and buy a $300 seat post or $400 seat post if you want to change the seat more forward. But if you want a 27.2, you can get one of these for $20 second hand online almost near you. It's a Thompson masterpiece, maybe $50. You know what I mean? Like, incredible seat post, is a masterpiece. You can get the absolute dialed in saddle angle. You can get a 0 offset or 20mm offset. You can bend it forward. It's just incredible. 27.2 posts are the best. You know, standard posts like this. Thompson make the best posts in the world ever. Seats. Let's talk about seats. Contact points. Very important. For years I rode a saddle like this. Has no groove in the middle. Groove meaning it has, see that groove there? Alright, so your soft tissue, gooch can sort of sit in there. You can sit in your ischial tuberosities, your sit bones better. And so for years I had one of these saddles. And it was definitely compression nation down there. So not so good. But you want to have a saddle. Some people have their saddle pointed up like that. And they'll sell their bike pretty quick on Facebook. Because it's like riding the saddle like that. No pleasure. No, it's just going to be a lot of pressure on your soft tissue. You want to have a saddle level or just slightly down. If your saddle's like that, your seat height's too high. Drop your seat 5mm. And then level it up so it's dead flat or just slightly, maybe 2 degrees pointing down. And that's going to be a game changer right there. Game changer right there. And then what I recommend is getting a saddle. This is sold by Specialized, probably made by Velo in China there. But it's a Specialized saddle. And these are really, really good. This is a Phenom from 2008. I like it. It's very stiff. It's very flat on the back. And it just doesn't really curve too much. So I have my Specialized saddle pointed maybe 2 degrees down, just like that. Not like that, not like that, but just like that. Because I ride a pretty aggressive position on the bike as well. So if you see your seat like that, your seat's too high, lower it, level up like that. Do the experiment. Do the experiment. And mark your seat posts. Mark your seat on the seat rails where you've had your saddle. Take a photo of it and mark your seat height. You know, I've got a little nano scratch just there, so I can move things up and down from that. And angles on here. So just play with stuff, but mark stuff so you've got a reference point to go back to that. Game changer. Another game changer is, this is by Absolute Black. These are oval rings. Not essential, but I do rate the Absolute Black oval rings. But what's more important is having the right gear ratios. The gear ratios. This is a 50-34 compact, and this is a ring for a Cannondale crank BB30 spider ring. But I just thought I'll show you this because it just shows you have options for chainring size if your cranks are compatible. For most people, a 50-34 is going to be great. If you're a full climber person, love doing adventure riding, or you're new to cycling, you just want to climb, get mad lean, I'd recommend a 40-630 and just go live in the mountains. You know, just go spin to win up the mountains, put a 32 on the back or a 30 on the back or whatever, and just ride mountains. If you're new to cycling. But a 50-34 like this can also be fine as well. Depends where you live. In Thailand, 40-630 is great. Adelaide, Australia, 50-34 is alright. Depends where you live. But yeah, so gear ratio is super, super important because if you're not spinning, you're not winning. And, simple as that. I mean, a little bit of grinding here and there is okay, but if you're doing long climbs, you want to have the cadence at least over 80. At least over 80. If the climb's over 2, 3, 4 minutes, you want to have at least 80 cadence plus, up to 100. There's some basic tips for you, game-changing stuff. I had to learn this the hard way, the long way, the knee pain way, the crash way, the hospital bill way, the wasted money on stupid bike tech that was frustrating and faffy way. So learn from my mistakes and grab the copy of the ebook. It will 100% be the best $40 that you've ever spent on cycling. It's a game. What do you get from cycling for $40? You get what can you get? You get a couple of bottles of lube. Couple of bottles for lube. You can learn the best cycling tips ever written. Even my haters. I've seen people send me screenshots. I hate durianrider, but man, that dude is right. That dude is legit right on this and that and that. So even the haters are praising the information there. That if you know what I mean, that says something. That says something. Again, I'm not here to make friends. Not here to bullshit people. Not here to prey on people's naiveness or emotional weakness, etc. I'm here to give people the truth that's going to help them so much more in life. And the people who have helped me in life didn't give a flying fruit about my feelings. All right, they just told me straight up, Harley, this is what your results are. This is where you want to be. This is what you have to do to bridge the gap. I didn't like the answer, but I appreciate their authenticity and I appreciate them being real with me. So many people today in 2021. We're so fake, aren't we? We're like, hey, how you going? Hey, guys, love you so much. And it's just like, it makes me want to vomit in my mouth. I think in today's world, we need more honesty, man. We need more honesty and integrity when it comes to helping people. I mean, if you've got to lie to your mum about something, if it's going to make her feelings better, okay, there's differences there. But when it comes to health and fitness, you have to tell people the truth. Right? You can't bullshit people. Maybe if someone's wearing a shirt and they really like it, it looks bad on them, you're like, yeah, it's okay. Yeah, okay. But when it comes to health and fitness and making money or losing money, you can't bullshit people, man. That's just really, really wrong. Okay. So there is a time for little white lies or whatever to protect someone's feelings in certain situations. But when it comes to health and fitness and weight loss, you can't bullshit people. If you do, you're the biggest douche out there.